It's late on a Monday, rain tapping on the glass. Coffee's gone cold, but you're still in my past. Your worn out boots by the door tell a story I know well, of nights we promised not to say farewell. We've been driving down this road with a map full of cracks, looking for a sign where we started losing track. That old porch light flickers, but it's steady when you smile. The spark that's quiet, but stays for a while. And when the silence hits too hard, I find a spark in the way you guard the dreams we built out of worn out plans. There's a last light in your eyes before we fall apart, a fire burning slow deep inside the heart. No words can frame it, but it's there. Remember those nights by the river where time seemed to bend? We carved our names in that oak, hoping it wouldn't end. Now the leaves are turning and the winds whisper change, but your eyes still tell me we haven't drifted too far, not strange. Though the road feels long and worn, and every day's a little torn, that look tells me we can stand again. There's a last light in your eyes before we fall apart, a fire burning slow deep inside the heart. No words can frame it, but it's there, it's true. I'm holding on tight to the hope in you. We don't need promises or a perfect plan, just the honest look when you reach for my hand. No falling stars, no fairy tales tonight, just two worn souls still holding the light. There's a last light in your eyes before we fall apart, a fire burning slow deep inside the heart. No words can frame it, but it's there, it's true. I'm holding on tight to the hope in you. And as the night slips in and the world's quiet and blue, I find my way home in the hope inside you. I caught the spark in your tired gaze underneath the heavy sky, like the first light before the day breaks. Quiet, steady, you don't have to try. We've been walking through that dust-old road with worn boots and stories told. Broken open fields of change, but you hold on like nothing strange. And there's something that I see, even when the world won't agree. There's hope in your eyes before we fall apart, like sunrise pulling shadows off our hearts. No matter where the night leads us to roam, the light still finds you, calling us home. Remember nights beside the fire's glow, stories mixed with dreams that grow. Your hand steady through the storm's loud cry, finding strength when the day runs dry. And there's something that I know, in your eyes a quiet glow. There's hope in your eyes before we fall apart, like sunrise pulling shadows off our hearts. No matter where the night leads us to roam, the light still finds you, calling us home. When the weight's too much and you can't stand tall, just look around, I'll catch your fall. The road is winding, but you're not alone. In your gaze I find my own. There's hope in your eyes before we fall apart, like sunrise pulling shadows off our hearts. No matter where the night leads us to roam, the light still finds you, calling us home. Yeah, the light still finds you before we fall apart. The sun fades slow behind the hills, dust rises on a gravel road. We started out with open hands, but no map to show us where to go. Remember nights by the firelight, tails tangled in the smoke and flame. We danced around uncertain truths, each step a risk we both could name. Though the miles stretched like leather ropes, we held tight 'cause giving up wasn't in our code. The years rolled over like thunder clouds, but still we kept on walking through. Two stubborn hearts and worn out boots, learning love was sometimes hard and true. We were never easy after all this time, no silken roses in our rhyme, just bruised palms and weathered skin, a story carved on where we've been. Through the rough and tumble, the fight and fall, we found our way to stand tall. Rough roads we've traveled, but we're still alive, side by side and still surviving. Morning coffee with a hint of salt, words words unsaid like stones between our feet. Every quiet glance a battlefield, silence loud like a steady drum beat. We learned to bend without breaking down, hearts patched up with honest seams. The scars tell stories we can't deny, but beneath it all we chase our dreams. Storms try to sweep us off our feet, yet we trespass fear and doubt's design. Two rough-edged souls weaving through, finding strength in the grit and grind. We were never easy after all this time, no silken roses in our rhyme, just bruised palms and weathered skin, a story carved on where we've been. Through the rough and tumble, the fight and fall, we found our way to stand tall. Rough roads we've traveled, but we're still alive, side by side and still surviving. Maybe love ain't about easy rides, it's the worn out boots and muddy tries. Holding on when the light won't shine, learning to be yours through thickest vines. We were never easy after all this time, no silver spoons or perfect lines, but every furrow, every mile built the bridge that makes us smile. Through the storms and rocky climbs, here we stand still intertwined. Rough roads we've traveled, together strong, telling a story that's been lifelong. So here's to roads both bad and good, and the love that's lasted like it should. Rough roads behind, ahead unknown, but hand in hand we walk as one. The house is quiet, but it feels alive. Dust on the window where the sunlight tries to hide. Memories hang like frames on cracked wood walls. We're standing here where the last light falls. We pay the price with time and sleepless nights, hands worn down from holding on so tight. Pickup trucks and fading taillights, still we're parked here beneath these wide open skies. Broken pieces on the kitchen floor, laugh lines tangled with the mess we wore. It ain't perfect, but it's ours to keep, a story told in every midnight sleep. We broke, but we stayed at the edge of forever, where hope's a thread that pulls us together. Even when the road gets rough and weathered, we're holding on at the horizon. Whatever. The coffee cups with chipped rims tell the tale of mornings bent but never meant to fail. Old love songs on a rusty radio, playing loud enough so the silence knows. Scars that map the journey we've made, words unspoken but never betrayed. It's not edge of forever. We're hope's a thread that pulls us together. Even when the road gets rough and weathered, we're holding on at the horizon. Whatever. Holding on, holding on. Right here at the horizon, we're holding on.
Empty chairs and coffee stains, the morning tells the tale that sometimes love's a weathered road with bumps along the trail. We built this small town love on hope and honest talks, face to face, no holding back, just walking different walks. You wore your heart like an old denim jacket, nothing to hide. Me trying to catch the moments slipping between the tide. But dirt roads aren't always smooth, and storms can come at night. We're clutching on the pieces of something still worth the fight. Because hearts don't quit before they break, they learn to bend and sway. We're dancing through the cracks of pain, not just fading away. Holding on through the break when silence seems to call. This love's a stubborn ember, won't let the fire fall. The nights get colder in between, words left unsaid, but there's a kind of courage in facing what's ahead. Your hand finds mine in the dark, a battered kind of grace. We know the road is rocky, but we're still holding space. It's not about the easy, it's about who stays around. When cracks reveal the truest parts, that's where love is found. Because hearts don't quit before they break, they learn to bend and sway. We're dancing through the cracks of pain, not just fading away. Holding on through the break when silence seems to call. This love's a stubborn ember, won't let the fire fall. Maybe we're not perfect, maybe scars tell our tale, but giving up's not written in the lines where love prevails. We keep walking side by side through weathered, worn out roads. With every step we're riding the story that shows that hearts don't quit before they break, they learn to bend and sway. We're dancing through the cracks of pain, not just fading away. Holding on through the break when silence seems to call. This love's a stubborn ember, won't let the fire fall. No
The city lights flicker like the dreams we used to own. Concrete cracks beneath the weight of all we've known. We met where the river bends, where the old mill used to stand. You had dirt on your boots and hope clutched tight in your hand. The songs of broken daylight played on rusted iron gates. Every promise like a thread pulled loose by fate. We chased the breeze through alleyways, held on through storms and faded days. But what love cost us in these cracked streets is written on the worn out steps beneath our feet. In the broken cities, hearts don't always find their way, lost in the silence of the words we didn't say. The diner on Main Street still remembers our coffee cups, late nights filled with laughter that never quite showed up. Billboards with peeling paint tell stories in faded hues, like the pictures of us caught in those worn out blues. We held on tight, but time lets go, leaving trails where the wild winds blow. What love cost us in these cracked streets is written on the worn out steps beneath our feet. In the broken cities, hearts don't always find their way, lost in the silence of the words we didn't say. Maybe someday down a dusty road we'll find the pieces no one showed, but tonight beneath the neon sign, our love's a story out of time. What love cost us in these cracked streets is written on the worn out steps beneath our feet. In the broken cities, hearts don't always find their way, lost in the silence of the words we didn't say. The city sleeps while memories climb, streets we left behind, lost in time. Morning light through dusty blinds, coffee cold in empty cups, old truck parked beneath the pines, where our story slow unfolds. Remember summer nights down by Miller's Creek, laughing wild, your hand in mine. Felt like the world was ours to keep, but dreams were like those fishing lines, tangled deep beneath the waves. We held on tight, but some things break in silent shades. We didn't know the price we'd pay, trading days for a love that slipped away. a photograph on my mantle still. You with windblown hair, that stubborn will. We built our world out of hopes and homemade lies. Sometimes the truth's the hardest goodbye. What love cost us when we were young, a barbed wire heart, a song unsung. We burned bright, then we came undone. Oh, what love cost us when we were young. Morning light through dusty blinds, coffee cold in empty cups, some lessons written in the heart, in the price of growing up. The morning light pours through our worn-out blinds, coffee cup warms in my hand, your smile on my mind. We drove past old barns and rusted white fences. On that dusty road it felt like no pretenses. Every mile drawn between your laugh and mine. Days like those, girl, were our richest times. Didn't need a fortune or a high-rise view. All that I wanted was right there with you. I'd cross all rivers, climb the highest hill, raise my hands to heaven, swear I'll never chill. No treasure greater than the love I hold true. I'd do it all, every little thing for you. Even when the storms came rolling in strong, we found shelter where our hearts belong. The photographs we saved, worn edges tell the tale of ordinary moments that never fail. From dawn till dusk, whatever comes our way, you're my steady light, my bright work day. I'd cross all rivers, climb the highest hill, raise my hands to heaven, Someday streets will call us by new names, but these moments saved, they'll burn like flames. No gold or silver could ever outweigh the memories we keep, the price we'll gladly pay. I'd cross all rivers, climb the highest hill, raise my hands to heaven, swear I'd never chill. No treasure greater than the love I hold true. I'd do it all, every little thing for you. So here we stand, where the wildflowers grew, with a heart full of stories and a love so true. Sunlight through the kitchen window, morning breaks the silence there. Coffee cups and old blue jeans, the scent of you still lingers in the air. We stood beneath the elm tree, barefoot in the fading June, hands rough like worn out leather, but your smile felt like a tune. The world spun fast around us, but time just slowed to hold. A moment carved from simple truth, more precious than gold. I thought love was just a story told but never quite believed, till you stayed when I was calling. Roots grew deep, too strong to leave. Love didn't run when we looked closer, didn't fade with the setting sun. It stayed like the river's steady flow, binding two into one. In a world that's always changing, we found a place to stand. When love refused to leave, girl, it held us hand in hand. Your laughter filled the empty rooms like thunder after rain. We built our dreams with every step, weaving joy through pain. The porch light burns through chilly nights, guiding us back home, where every crack and creek tells a story of how far we've come. I thought love was just a story told but never quite believed, till you stayed when I was calling. Roots grew deep, too strong to leave. Love didn't run when we looked closer, didn't fade with the setting sun. It stayed like the river's steady flow, binding two into one. In a world that's always changing, we found a place to stand. When love refused to leave, girl, it held us hand in hand. Through storms and quiet mornings, through laughter and through tears, when we chose one another, it chased away our fears. Like roots beneath the surface, unseen but holding strong. Love's the steady current that has carried us along. Love didn't run when we looked closer didn't fade with the setting sun. It stayed like the river's steady flow, binding two into one. In a world that's always changing, we found a place to stand. When love refused to leave, girl, it held us hand in hand. Sunlight through the kitchen window, morning breaks the silence there. Love stayed on so we could build a life beyond compare. I see your picture on the dashboard light, faded jeans and that smile that holds the night. Every mile I've traveled feels like yesterday, when you held my hand and we chased the haze. Sunset paints the sky and burn orange hues. We rode those back roads, just me and you. The radio played our favorite song so true. Wish I could turn back just one more time with you. If I had the chance to rewrite the lines, I'd stop the clock, hold on to those times. I'd do it all for you, one more time. Drive those winding roads, cross that state line, hold you close beneath that southern sky. Go back and live it like we never said goodbye. Remember that old porch where fireflies danced, and our laughter floated in a sweet romance. Every memory's a story, every glance. If I could, I'd give us one last chance. If I could turn the pages of our past, freeze the moments that I wish would last, I'd do it all for you, one more time. Drive those winding roads, cross that state line, hold you close Lord, hold you close beneath that southern sky. Go back and live it like we never said goodbye. One last spin around the sun, with you in my arms, I'd do it all for you, just to feel your charm. Slowly the sun dips low behind the old barn wall. Fading light spills on the porch where we once stood tall. We walk that dusty road, hands barely holding tight. Words like worn out boots, too rough to make it right. But in the silence of the field, your eyes told a story, like a river running deep beneath the surface of glory. There were nights I thought the fire inside was spent, but every line on your face a promise unbent. We almost left the pieces behind like a quilt torn and frayed with time, but love's a thread we couldn't see, still stitching what we used to be. Through storms and the pouring rain, we found the strength to face the pain, not giving up on what's inside, holding on through the fading light. Remember that winter night, the porch light burning low. You held me close, said this is all we've got to know. The past tried to unravel our worn out seams, but hope's woven tighter by our wildest dreams. With every step, the road's been rough and long, but every stumble taught us how to stay strong. We almost left the pieces behind like a quilt torn and frayed with time, but love's a thread we couldn't see, still stitching what we used to be. Through storms and the pouring rain, we found the strength to face the pain, not giving up on what's inside, holding on through the fading light. Now the dawn breaks soft on a heart healed slow. What we almost left has made us grow. Threads of gold in a tattered quilt, a testament to the love we built. So here we stand, where the past meets the sky, still wrapped in the warmth where our hopes can fly.
The night's alive with a restless hum. Street lamps flicker, shadows play along the run. A cool breeze carries the scent of pine and rain. In this quiet town, our story's born again. We meet on cracked sidewalks under neon signs. Your hand finds mine in the hush of city lines. No promises, just the warmth in your smile. We forget the world for a little while. Crickets sing and the hours stretch slow. In your eyes, a fire starts to glow. This is how we love, when the stars don't sleep. In quiet moments that run deep. No need for words, just a night soft tune underneath this midnight moon. Your breath mingles with the cold night air. We chase the city lights, we're rebels unaware. Every street corner holds a secret smile. This love's a simple road worth every mile. The world fades, just your heartbeat near. In the dark, your voice is clear. This is how we love, when the stars don't sleep. In quiet moments that run deep. No need for words, just a night soft tune underneath this midnight moon. No grand gestures or fancy light show, just two souls who quietly know that love's found in these stolen nights. In the warmth of soft street light. This is how we love, when the stars don't sleep. In quiet moments that run deep. No need for words, just a night soft tune underneath this midnight moon. So here's to love, in the dark, true and bright. A simple dance in the fading night.
The clock hangs frozen on the wall. Silent moments start to crawl. Hands wide open, searching still for a reason to hold on, for a will. Remember the night we almost fell apart. Words like fire burning through the heart. fragile hope inside the dark. Though time stood still and tears would stream, we clung to life and dared to dream. Hold on till morning comes, don't let the night win. Through the hardest storms, let the healing begin. Every breath we take, a battle we survive. In the quiet between, we keep the love alive. Walking on broken roads, hearts bruised but real, searching for the moments that time couldn't steal. Hands intertwined, though the world's spinning fast, we find our steady ground, our stories built to last. In the stillness our voices blend, a promise made that won't bend. Though nearly lost, we stayed the course, fueled by a love that's raw and pure. Hold on till morning comes, don't let the night win. Through the hardest storms, let the healing begin. Every breath we take, a battle we survive. In the quiet between, we keep the love. When the world turns cold and distant, and the silence feels so loud, remember why you started, hearts beating beneath the clouds. Hold on till morning comes, don't let the night win. Through the hardest storms, let the healing begin. Every breath we take, a battle we survive. In the quiet between, we keep the love alive. Time may stand still, but we move ahead with every scar and tear we shed. Hold on tight through the endless fight, 'cause after the dark there's always
The dust settles low on the highway bends. Headlights flicker where the silence ends. This far from the city, just me and the road, carrying pieces of stories untold. Remember the night with the fireflies near. Your laugh like a song I still wanna hear. But years have this way of pulling apart the maps to the chambers inside the heart. No promises kept on this open trail, just footprints leading to where we might fail. Yet something about this evening air says there's more left than just despair. Road marks and second chances, winding through the past. Every mile tells a story that's meant to last. No easy answers, no smooth way back home, but I'm driving toward you. About someday, empty booths waiting like memories that stay. Your coffee's still warm on that scratched wooden tile, like the feeling that time just forgot. No guarantees under these stars so bright, but I'm holding on through the long, quiet night. The road's got its scars and so do we, yet somewhere ahead is where we can be free. Road marks and second chances, winding through the past. Every mile tells a story that's meant to last. No easy answers, no smooth way back home, but I'm driving toward you, no longer alone. The distance wasn't empty, just waiting to fill with moments like these, fragile and real. We're travelers on highways of might have beens, seeking the place where the healing begins. Road marks and second chances, winding through the past. Every mile tells a story that's meant to last. No easy answers, no smooth way back home, but I'm driving toward you, no longer alone. The night hums a tune of what's yet to come, a long way still, but I'm finally home.
Slow nights and open roads I find. Your name still lingers in the back of my mind. I pass the old cafe where we once met. The laughter's faded, but I don't forget. Every corner holds a piece of you. I guess I'm still just trying to break through. Time moves like a river, steady and wide.
midnight train hums a lonesome tune underneath the burning harvest moon. Your photograph's tucked in my worn-out jeans, a quiet comfort in this restless scene. The years they come and the years they go, carrying stories only we know. No matter how far these roads might wend, I'm reaching out, still hoping to mend. I'm still choosing you until the end. Through every twist, through every bend, like a worn-out pair of boots, faithful and true, I'm still picking my way back to you. No shiny promises, no easy fixes, just a heart marked by all our mix-ups and glitches. But if love's a journey, I'm strapped right in, navigating back to where you've always been. I'm still choosing you until the end. Through every twist, through every bend, like a worn-out pair of boots, faithful and true, I'm still picking my way back to you. Yeah, forever on my mind, and I won't let go. Still choosing you, that's all I know. On these cracked sidewalks where our stories told, broken signs flicker above the cold. We met beneath the neon's tired glow, two worn souls where no wildflowers grow. The city's roar, a restless beast, swallowed our dreams on every street. I held your hand through rust and rain, the cost of love, the city strain. Concrete hearts beat through rusted streets in broken towns where silence speaks. What love cost us, no coin can pay. We lost our way in the grave. Windows cracked and barbed wire lines, our hopes like voices in the mines. Under flickering street lamp haze, we traded time for better days. I chased your shadow through the alleys, tide held on to us through the longest night. Concrete hearts beat through rusted streets in broken towns where silence speaks. What love cost us, no coin can The night burns hotter than July skies. City lights flicker with distant cries. But here with you, the chaos fades. In your arms I find my shade. Smoke curls from the corners of this restless town. Sirens sing their song, but we don't drown. Brick walls breathe the heat, the streets all bare. Yet you pull me close like you always care. And though the world's up in flames tonight, you're the calm within my fight. Your heart beats the rhythm, I believe. In this world, you're all I see. When sparks fly amidst the flames, we dance through the fire, holding tight, chasing light, alive in our desire. No smoke or flame can wash away what we built here. Love's a flame that won't retire, burning clear. Cars speed past like shooting stars, neon blind. But in your eyes, a quiet space I find. Ashes fall like winter snow, but don't sting. Your laughter's the melody that makes me sing. Though the city's on a frantic spin, here with you I begin again. Through fire and smoke our story writes a love that holds under city light. When sparks fly amidst the flames, we dance through the fire, holding tight, chasing light, alive in our desire. No smoke or flame can wash away what we've built here. Love's a flame that won't retire, burning clear. So when the world's ablaze and night's too dark to see, remember you and I, where love burns free. No blazing heat or city's raging cry can dim the light that shines from you and I. The sky had just let go, pouring down like memories we kept tight. We stood by the porch, soaked to the bone, tracing lines of our lost fight. Night too long, road split like the rivers run dry. I watched the water swallow our footprints, reaching to where our past lies. Broken promises lay scattered like old leaves beneath the willows cry. This storm caught more than rain. It stole every hello and goodbye. And in the silence, after thunder rolls, I can feel the cost, the toll it stole. What did love leave behind once the skies cleared apart from footprints fading, tear-streaked fears, a heart worn thin from all the fights, or just the quiet end of our restless nights? What cost us love after the storm? I still see the porch light flicker when the wind turns cold. Your coat's still hanging, but it's empty now, a story left untold. Broken glass glints like the shards of trust scattered across the floor. We traded warmth for silence, and now I'm left with closing doors. Once the flood swept through, washed us apart, I'm counting pieces of a shattered heart. What did love leave behind once the skies cleared apart from footprints fading and tear-streaked fears, a heart worn thin from all the fights, or just the quiet end of our restless nights? What cost us love after the storm? If I'd held on just one moment more, could we have mended what the rain tore? But the wind caught your name and carried it away. Love's price is high when it won't stay. What did love leave behind once the skies cleared apart from footprints fading and tear-streaked fears, a heart worn thin from all the fights, or just the quiet end of our restless nights? What cost us love after the storm? The sky's clear now, but the ground's still wet.
Love's cost is hard to forget. There's a stack of worn-out papers on my floor, ink bleeding stories of the days before. Every line was meant to say what I never told. Your name written like it was spun from gold. Sunday morning light through the cracked window pane. I traced your smiling old photograph again. Coffee cooling down beside a half-read note. Words I couldn't speak but I used to hope. I carried all those moments locked inside my chest, but silence grew heavy, better left unexpressed. Your name's in every song I saved, every line I played, like letters never sent, the time never gave. I'm holding on to memories we made. Your name's a melody that wouldn't fade. Friday night beneath the stars so cold, I'd hum those tunes that your hands once told. The radio singing the tracks we never knew, but in every chorus I'm still calling for you. These songs are dusty pages of a story left unshrouded, writing you in every verse but never letting go. Your name's in every song I saved, every line I played, like letters never sent, the time never gave. I'm holding on to memories we made. Your name's a melody that wouldn't fade. I could send these songs like postcards across the miles, hoping somehow you'd hear them and smile. But instead they're all just words that never reached your door, pressed between the pages of what was ours before. Your name's in every song I saved, every line I played, like letters never sent, the time never gave. I'm holding on to memories we made. Your name's a melody that wouldn't fade. Now it's just me and all those songs unsung, with your name written where my heart begun.
sun hung low over the field where we once stood. Dust kicked up by the old fort, just like we knew it would. We carried heavy loads, said things left unsaid. The quiet between us louder than the words we dread. Mornings filled with silence, evenings thick with doubt. But even in the stillness, we never gave in to the shout. There's something in the distance calling us to try. Beneath the cracked and faded paint, a reason not to say goodbye. We survived the silence through all the doubt and fear. Broken walls and open roads brought us back here. Holding on to every whispered hope and prayer. Two hearts learning how to live in the quiet air. The nights were cold, holding on to things we couldn't show. But under starlit skies, a softer truth began to grow. Step by step, the distance closed, the past we left behind. Finding strength in every crack, the ties that gently bind. A glimmer in the silence, a chance to start anew. Through worn out roads and broken walls, I found my way to you. We survived the silence through all the doubt and fear. Broken walls and open roads brought us back here. Holding on to every whispered hope and prayer. Two hearts learning how to live in the quiet air. No need for fiery words or loud goodbye. Some love finds its way where the quiet lies. A gentle hand, a tired soul, a morning glow. We learn to speak in the silence only we know. We survived the silence through all the doubt and fear. Broken walls and open roads brought us back here. Holding on to every whispered hope and prayer. Two hearts learning how to live in the quiet air. The sun rises slow on a story still untold. In the calm between the lines, our hearts unfold.